يوصيكم الله في أولادكم للذكر مثل حظ الأنثيين.
Assalaamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In this video, we will go through the example in exercise 12.1. This is within the Haml chapter and can be found on page 58 in the Islamic inheritance book. In this example, the deceased has left behind a wife, a mother, a father, a son, a daughter, and an unborn child. When there's an unborn child, the best case scenario is to wait for the child to be born and then distribute the estate according to the gender of that child. However, if any of the heirs request and need immediate distribution, then we will make two separate scenarios. One, if the Haml is a son. If a Haml is a son. So if we do that scenario first, the wife will get a thumun since there are children. Mother will get sudus, father will get sudus, both again because there's children. And the children, the son, daughter, and the unborn child who we are assuming to be a son, will get lidhakar. Next, we need to choose a base number. The base number will be 24. The wife will get an eighth of 24, which is 3. The mother and the father will both get a sixth of 24, which is 4 each. And the remaining 13 shares will be given to the children. Now, because 13 doesn't split up between the children, remember the children will be regarded as 2 for male, 1 for female. So 2 plus 1, 3 plus another 2, 5, be regarded as 5 people. 13 doesn't divide into the 5, so we need a multiplier. The LCM of 13 and 5 is 65. How can we make 13 into 65? Well, we need a multiplier of 5. So we multiply the base number, 24 times 5 will become 120. The wife's 3 shares times 5 will become 15. The mother's 4 shares times 5 will become 20. Same for the father. And the children's 13 shares will become 65. Now that can be divided by 5. So the daughter will get 13 and the sons will get 26. Now we're going to pause it here and we're going to do the exact same thing if the child was a girl. So if the Haml is a bint, then we can do the exact same things. Well, the wife will get a thumun, the mother will get sudus, the father will get sudus, and the children will get lidhakar. The base number will still be 24. The thumun of 24 is 3 for the wife. The mother will get 4, the father will get 4, and the children will get lidhakar, which is the asaba amount of 13. But this time, when we count up the children, we'll count the male as 2 and the female as 1. So it'll be 2 plus 1 plus 1. Be 4 people. Now, again, 4 still can't be divided into 13. So we need a multiplier. The LCM of 4 and 13 is 52. So we have to have a multiplier of 4. We'll multiply the base number. The 24 will become 96. The wife's 3 shares will become 12. The mother and father's 4 shares each will become 16 each. And the 13 will become 52. And now that can be divided. The daughters will get 13, 13. And the son will get 26. Now we need to compare both of these separate scenarios for the daughter and for the son. Look at the base numbers and find the LCM of the base numbers, which will be done on the seconds in the next slide. So here, the base number for the scenario if the child was a son was 120. The same for if the child was a daughter is 96. So now what we need to do is we need to try and make both base numbers the same. The way we're going to do that is we're trying to work out the LCM of 120 and 96, which is 480. So now we need to think, well, let's focus on the sons category first. What number times by 120 will give us 480? So therefore, we need a multiplier of 4. So we're going to write the 4 there on the left hand side and multiply everything by 4. Why are we doing this? We're doing this so that the base number of both the male and the female will be the same and we can compare the amounts. So we do 120 times 4, which gives us 480. Good, that's exactly what we wanted. We wanted the LCM to be the same, the base number to be the LCM and to be the same. So that becomes 480. The wife's 15 shares will times by 4 become 60. The mother and father's 20 shares each times by 4 will become 80. And the son's 26 shares will become 104. And the daughter's 13 shares will become 52. And we'll keep that to the side. And we'll do the exact same thing for the daughter's shares. So we do exactly the same thing. Remember, just a reminder that the base number in the first scenario with the son was 120, with the daughter was 96. We need the LCM of 120 and 96, which is 480. And the multiplier for the daughter, well, how do you get 96 to go to 480? Well, we need a multiplier of 5. So we need a multiplier of 5. I'll write it on the left hand side. And I will now multiply each number by that 5. So we start off with the base number. We do 96 times 5, which is 480. That's perfect because that's exactly what we needed. We need both base numbers to be the same. So that's 480. The wife's 12 shares times 5 becomes 60. The mother and father's 16 shares each times by 5 will become 80 each. And the son's 26 shares will become 130. The daughter's 13 shares will become 65 each. Now the base numbers are the same. We can start comparing both amounts. So now that both base numbers are 480, we can make a summary table. And the way we make that summary table is that we will set the base number as 480, which is already there. And then we write down the amounts which are the least for each of them. So we start off with the wife. Now the wife in both scenarios are 60, so that's easy, we just write down 60. Same for the mother and father. In both scenarios, they are both 80, so we can just write down 80 and 80. Now for the son, we look at the least amount. And we will give that least amount first. So that least amount is on the left hand side. If the unborn child happens to be a son, in that scenario, the other son will get 104. So we write down 104. Same for the daughter. Now the daughter, we look at which scenario she gets less in, and that is again on the left hand side, she gets 52. So we write that 52 down over here. And then for the unborn child, if it's an ibn, a son, well, we look on the left hand side, the son will get 104. And if the Haml is a bint, a daughter, on the right hand side, well, she would get 65. And the last bit that we need to do is for the son and daughter, the original son, the older son and daughter, the amount that they will get in addition, we need to write that down. So, for example, the son, well, we've wrote down 104. That was according to the scenario on the left hand side. If it's according to the scenario on the right hand side and the child, the unborn child, is a daughter, then we need to give an additional 26 to that son. So that's exactly what we write down. Plus 26 if the Haml is a girl. So he'll get 104 either way. And if it's a son, it will remain 104. But if it ends up being a daughter, then his share needs to be increased, and increased by 26 if it's a girl. And for the other daughter, it's exactly the same. She gets 52 first, either way. But if the unborn child happens to be a daughter, then in that scenario it was 65 instead of 52. So we need to give an additional 13 to the daughter if the Haml is a girl. And therefore it is all complete. So in summary, the base number will be 48. It'll be 60 to the wife, which is an eighth anyway. The mother and father will get 80 each, which is a sixth. The son will get 104 if it's a boy, and plus 26 if it's a girl. The daughter will get 52 if it's a boy, and plus an additional 13 if it's a girl. And if the child is a boy, the unborn child is a boy, then he will get 104. And if it's a girl, then she will get 65. Jazakallah.
ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم